Welcome back to the Grand Slam channel. Today is Thursday, June 19. We got a full day of sports today. We got a 16 MLB slate. We had 3 postponed games yesterday. Full slate for MLB. We got 2 WNBA games, and then we got game 6 of the NBA Finals. Let's start with NBA first. They're heading back to Indiana. I do think Indiana squeaks out a victory and forces a game 7. So first guy I'm going to be targeting who's been having a heck of a series, and that is Pascal Siakam, back at home, gonna do his thing. So Siakam been taking his fantasy score, and every game his fantasy score has been increasing, but as you can see his production has been going off the charts, higher and higher every single game, with the exception of the June 8th 33.4. But other than that, he's been averaging mid 40s. So I'm going to take Siakam. Obviously, you can target his points, PRA, rebounds. His rebounds has been high in this series as well, been averaging about 6 or 7 per game. But overall, I'm just going to be taking his fantasy score. Should have a big game. We all know Tyrese Halliburton is playing hurt. Obviously, we saw that in the last game, which pretty much shocked a lot of people regarding his points. I believe he had 0 points. He had 4 points in that game. 0 points in the first half. Overall, just a bad game for him. I do expect him to bounce back, but I'm gonna fade him. That injury, and I think it's more serious than people know. But he should still be productive as far as the assist side. He still should dish the ball, which that's a big reason why I'm taking Siakam to have a big game. Another one is TJ McConnell. Most likely I'm going to stick with this Gabi, even though I do like his original line. And his original line is at 10.5. I do think he does go over. So we can throw McConnell in there. And Obi Toppin, I've been taking him, and he's been cashing. For him, points or points and rebounds is probably best. Given the fact that they're back at home, points and rebounds. Let's check his fantasy score. Field goals made solid at 4. I like the field goals made. He's cashed that every game exception of 1. Dunks, he always has a dunk at home. As you can see, his dunks has increased in Oklahoma. But I do like his dunks. And unfortunately, they do actually have his fantasy score at 21.5. Has block and steal potential. The only problem with him, since he is coming off the bench, he does have high turnovers. So points and rebounds, field goals made, and dunks are my top 4 for him. Gotta have him on your slip today. But let's head on over to the Thunder side. And we're going to go with Jalen Williams. His assist has been at 5 constant. It's down to 4.5. Big reason why he had 40 points last game. So they think he's going to have another game with 40 points. Nope, I doubt it. He's going to regress from that. He's going to go back to what he's best, dishing the ball. I have him projected to give up 6 assists here. So a 4.5 for getting some value. Usually this line's been at 5 every single game until today. Points is higher than usual. Usually it's at 21.5, 20.5 as well. But as you can see, he had a monster game at 40. He's going to be somewhere in the 20 range. He's still going to be very productive. 20 points, but I do think his assist goes back to his 5-6. Rebounds and assists is in play. 10. Usually this lands at 10.5, so it's just solid. But let's head on over to one of the key role players. If it does become, I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I do think if Indiana, I'm going to go by the scripture of Indiana wins. So I think a lot of the bench players from Oklahoma is going to be productive, and I'm going to bring up Dort. Dort's going to be one of those guys. And then Shai Alexander. Shai Alexander is always in play. We all know he's the #1 option. Problem with this is he's going to be scoring. Is he going to be dishing the ball? But overall, points and assists has been solid. But I think anything for Shai. If you do take Shai, I suggest you guys take any of his Gobbies, as he can be a hit and miss as far as if he goes off or not. We all know he averages about 30 points. We just don't know if he's going to go over 34. I mean, 29 solid. We all know he's going to be very productive, just to play it safe, just in case we do have another big game, either from Chet Holmgren or Jalen Williams. Shy's still going to be productive, but I suggest you take any of his gobbies will be best if you want to take Shy. Let's head on over to WNBA. And as far as WNBA, there's a couple of props I like. We do have a 2-game slate, but the big player is Sabrina for me. Anything in her first half, she is a quick starter. Going against Phoenix, this is going to be a good game. So fantasy score or PRA, either or. I know past 5 shows all green, but this is a primetime game. Both of them are in playoff position. Both of them are the top teams in the WNBA right now. Liberty only has a loss. Phoenix just came off a victory yesterday, which Sabrina should run all over them in the first half. Got to take Sabrina. Or you can take Brianna Stewart as well. Both of them are quick starters. But Sabrina has more potential as far as the first half for me. Then we got Caitlin Clark today. Caitlin Clark is always in play. She will always be on my slips. Just tremendous season. You can see there's a small glitch here on Prize Picks. 20.5. And look at that. A gobby 20.5. So you got to jump on that glitch. Most likely Prize Picks will fix it. Going against the Valkyrie, I have Caitlin Clark to go over 30 points. She's going to have a monster game against the new expansion team. Even though Valkyrie has been surprising a lot of teams and the league, they are playing very well. They're close to 500. But I think Caitlin Clark walks all over them. So Caitlin Clark, points, assist, rebounds and assists. And then they do have a fantasy score for 42.5. Prefer her points. Fantasy score, we all know she averages about 3-4 turnovers a game, but she always handles the ball, so a big reason why. So points, rebounds and assists, or assist, those are always in play. Her 3 points made is pretty popular. Big reason why. She's came off the injury. She's had 7 and 4 against 2 good teams. Going against the Valkyrie, I mean, this might be a good demon, but Caitlin Clark, Sabrina, and then one more I like to mention, and that is Kayla Thornton. She has been the #1 option for the Valkyrie, so I think her points or PRA is in play. I do like her rebounds as well. Her rebounds has increased. Points and rebounds will probably be best. As you can see, it's already becoming a popular play. Rightfully so. I think she does go over. Points and rebounds. So mix and match from what you like here. So let's head on over to MLB. Full slate. We're going to have games throughout the entire day. Some of these games are about to start. So let's focus on the pitcher strikeouts today, given the huge slate today. We got school ball today. This game starting early, 8.5. Going against Pittsburgh, I suggest he take his fantasy score instead. I do think he has a win in this game. So pitcher fantasy score for school ball. Take that. Pitcher strikeouts. Let's see what we got. Spencer Strider at 7. Huge game. Last game against Colorado. Going against the Mets, he regresses from that 13. Most likely we'll go with his Gobby at 5.5. Michael McCreevy. Unfortunately, they don't have a regular line for him, but I'm going to take him. 3 or 4.5. You got to take this guy. This guy's going to be a good pitcher for the Cardinals, a rookie. But as you can see, he's had some tough games, and he's gone over his pitcher strikeouts. Unfortunately, they don't have a regular line for him. But I'm confident at 4.5 against the White Sox. Yamamoto at 5.5, going against the Padres. I mean, Padres are going to come out and try to win this game. They don't want to get swept in a 4-game series. So Yamamoto has a tough task. But I still think he does cash his Gobby, which you can get it at 3.5. Definitely like that Gobby. Let's head on over to pitcher fantasy score. Hopefully school ball is there. And most likely Price Picks. Of course, Price Picks does not have him. Colton Gordon for fantasy score. This is decent against the A's. This is very decent. I do think he does have a quality start. Strikeouts, he's averaged about 4 or 5 strikeouts per game. This is not bad for 22.5 for Colton Gordon. Let's check with DG. DG Fantasy has him at 52.6% hit rate to go over. That's pretty solid. And that rounds up some picks for MLB. Full slate for hitters. I mean, I'm going to focus mostly on pitchers today. But yeah, it's a lot of hitters today. We got hundreds of hitters. So mix and match. Pick your favorite. Full slate for MLB, NBA, and WNBA. So mix and match. Pick what you like. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support, and see you guys in the next one.